So let's just get this out the way now. K Fox and you. From the show, it seemed like there was tension immediately. Now, what do you speak to her now? Are you guys cordial? Like, since the show aired, how's the relationship between you and K Fox?
I mean, we're fine. She's actually on a station that we're on in Miami. So that's exciting for both of us. We actually, she just hit me up the other day and was like, when you guys have stuff going on, just send it to me so I can cross promote. At the end of the day, it wasn't that serious. Like, I think that Hot 97 creates an environment of hostility toward the competition.
Right.
I don't think that Power 105 is like that. I feel like at this station here in New York, we're more like, we're just trying to do what we do and have fun doing it, and it's not a matter of I hate you, I can't stand you. Over there, it's more like, okay, you're not allowed to talk to them. You're not allowed to follow them on Twitter. We hate them. That's our competition. You got to ride or die. And it's like, dude, calm down. Like, it's a job. You might not have it later. You know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't have to be like that.
Well, do you think the way Hot 97 was set it up like that? Do you think that the Gossip Game, the show, actually set it up?
I think they played off of it a whole lot, and I think that I wasn't really playing into it a whole lot. The thing about me is that as long as I'm doing well, I can't be mad at anybody. Right. So I feel so blessed right now for us to be like syndicated in all these different markets and to have our weekend show and to be doing so well just with ratings and expanding our brand, that I don't even have time to think about what is the other person doing.
Right.
To me, it's, if you're worried about that, then you need to get your life together, because you're obviously not happy with what you're doing. And I think that, we're doing so well. It's like sometimes I even forget there's another station.
Right. Do you think the fact that she no longer works for Hot 97, do you think that she even feels regrets, about like how she went about handling the situation and, certain comments that she might have made towards you? Do you feel like she regrets that now that she's no longer with the station?
Well, we did sit down and we talked about it. When she started on 103.5 The Beat in Miami. And, for both of us, we understand that it was never anything personal. I don't think that anything she said or I said was something that was like, oh my God, that's past the point of no return.
Right.
It wasn't, anything that I personally was like later on in life, like I can't stand her because she said this. I understand what it is. And I'm a very practical and logical person. Like, I get it. You're in an environment where, especially females, they pitch you against each other a whole lot, which is a shame that it happens. It happens with men too, And so I understand what it is. I never felt like it was anything that hurt me or was detrimental to me or damaged my reputation. So,
would you ever work with her closely?
I have no problem with working with anyone. Even if we could be, there's people that have talked about me. There might be people I don't trust like that. And if I don't trust you, then why would I need to do that? But if I feel like it's something that could better anything that I'm doing, then I'm not against it. I know sometimes you get put in certain situations and you can outgrow those situations and realize, okay, that wasn't, the best, the way that I did it, and you sit down and talk. And people, like, I don't look at K Fox as the type of person that has ill intentions or wanted to destroy me or anything like that. I just look at it as the situation that she was in. She was, around a bunch of people that couldn't stand us, and you have to be, and she felt like she had to be loyal to where she was, and you should be loyal to whatever job it is that you have, but it just wasn't that serious.
Okay. Now, just going back to the Breakfast Club, so you have DJ Envy, Charlamagne the God. You guys definitely tend to ask questions that, the audience definitely want to hear, but the artists necessarily do not like the questions. And actually, I remember you interviewing Wale, and you actually went in on the girlfriend question, and I'm like, oh my God, he just looks uncomfortable. He looks like he does not want to answer that question. Now, once the interview is over, does Wale go up to you and say, Angela, why? Why did you just ask me this question? Like, why are you even playing yourself like that?
Wale might be more like, why did I say that? But I think that when people come on the show, that's what they expect. You know what is worse to me? Not when somebody says, why did you ask me that? But when somebody says, well, that wasn't so hard. It's like, yeah, we didn't do our job. Exactly. And I think that a lot of times people go to interviews and they're tired of answering the same old questions. I think sometimes for artists, it's fun to shake things up a little, and they enjoy it too. Nobody wants to do an easy interview or a cakewalk. If you do, then you're not that interesting.
Right.
But I think a lot of people come on here and they expect to be asked different questions, more difficult questions, and we have fun with it, And they also know that it's going to end up everywhere, and they get to promote themselves. So you come up here and you don't expect to not have to answer those difficult questions. We don't want you to think that.
Right. Because of the Kanye West interview, and he actually did that interview, do you think someone like Drake is looking at it and saying, okay, well, maybe there is a small possibility that I might want to come? Or do you feel like, no,
I think people really want him to come on the show. Whether or not he does is, it is what it is. But I can't say that, I don't think he ever would. I think he might. I mean, I ran into him. He didn't seem like, I hate Charlamagne, I'm never doing it. It wasn't like that. There's been situations where he's actually, said, I need to talk to that guy. So
right.
I don't think that it's something that we could rule out.
Okay. Now, how much preparation goes into the interviews when you guys do actually interview? Like, how much do you research for an interview?
I try to make sure I look at everything current that they have going on. A lot of these people we have relationships with, or we know somebody that knows them. Mm-hmm. So we get a lot of inside information. But, I think really we just try to have fun with certain things. And, we make sure that you get a chance to get up here and promote what you're trying to promote. But really, we're trying to have conversations that people feel like they're part of. So it's not necessarily just a straight up. So you have an album coming out. So
the generic one,
right? So who produced on it? So who's this? It's more like, let's talk about you as a person. Let's get to show your personality and let people see that, which I think is important.
Do you ever prep the artist? Do you say, this is what I'm going to ask you? No. So you just go in there, take shots at them, and then however it comes out.
I don't think we take shots at them necessarily.
Not you. Not you.
But
sometimes Charlamagne, but not you.
Yeah, no, he does. Sometimes he does a little bit.
It adds character to the show.
It should be fun. For an artist, it should be fun. And if you're not having fun with it, you should be able to shut him down,
Do they ever ask you for the edits? Do they say, listen, please don't show this?
Yeah,
they do.
That. People definitely have said, can you do me a favor and take that out?
I did post up a video where I asked my followers to ask one question to you. This is Evan_Daniel. He said, what was it like interning for the Wu-Tang management?
Well, actually, I was assistant to the CEO when I worked there. I interned there first, and then that was my first real job. And I think that was the best job to lay down a foundation for everything that I do now. Just because at the time, the guys were all signed to different labels, and it really helped me expand my network really quickly. I had a lot of power over there. They actually treated me so well. The CEO, Divine, he was out and about a lot. He wasn't necessarily in the office, and I was always there. Mm-hmm. So I got to meet a lot of CEOs at labels. I got to meet a lot of the A&Rs. I got to meet a lot of just everybody, and a lot of those people I still know to this day. So I think it was a great experience for me. That was the best first job you could ever have.
And really quick, Angela, if you weren't on radio, what do you think you'll be doing right now?
Well, I have a marketing background, and I also have always wanted to be a writer. So if I wasn't doing radio, I do believe that I would have, and I still am going to write. It's not like I'm already setting all of that up. Mm-hmm. But, I think I would be writing more, and I'd probably still be doing marketing. I'll be getting paid somewhere.
You a hustler. Okay, so now we're going to play a game where I'm going to give you a person, and you give me one word to describe that person.
Okay.
Ready? Mm-hmm. Beyonce.
I was going to say fierce. That's so cool. But that's the first thing that comes into my mind.
Okay, Justin Bieber.
Funny.
Charlamagne the God.
Crazy.
DJ Envy. That's a pause on that one.
No, 10 things just went through my head when you said DJ Envy. Money.
Okay, Angela, what do you think about yourself?
Ambitious.
Ambitious. Nice. Okay, so just let everybody know where they can follow you at. Twitter, Instagram.
My Twitter and my Instagram is @Angela Yee. And my Instagram, oddly enough, there's another Angela Yee. No. She gave up her Instagram. I think she got annoyed.
She had to.
Yeah, I think she got annoyed with that. But yes, Twitter, Instagram, and I have a website, teamyee.tv. So that's basically me just documenting everything, that I have going on. But this year I am going to make it a lot more personal about everything that I'm doing and things that I love, like shoes.
I love that.
So that's what I'm working on now.